What's good, YouTube? Justin Righteous is here, back with another reaction video. I like to yap on world topics, but I don't just yap. Okay, I dissect, I break down the content, I give lessons from my own experiences, and I call out the misinformation. So today we have scams that should be illegal. Okay, I've been scammed before, mainly crypto. Okay, I think a lot of people have been scammed before. We receive spam calls. People try to scam us every single day. Okay, so maybe we're gonna learn new defenses in this video. I think it's gonna be a good one. Let's get straight into it.
Scams. I think we've all fallen for a scam at least once in our lives. For me, back in the day, the Clash of Clans and Clash Royale scams were my kryptonite. Or maybe I was just slow and I was the only one falling for scams like this. I don't know. And out there are many different devious ways to make money. Some people are dead ass scamming 85-year-old grandmas out of all their credit card money. A lot of things in our day-to-day lives are scams, and a lot of people don't notice, some more severe than others. So today I compiled 10 scams in our day-to-day lives that a lot of people just fail to see. Number one, we gotta start with the dentist. A lot of times when you go to the dentist, they offer you a bunch of shit that you really don't need, or sometimes they just go overkill. A couple of years ago, I was told that I had a cavity in my back tooth, and a lot of people talk about how it hurts so bad to get cavities removed and shit. When I got my cavity removed, it honestly really didn't even hurt at all. So after that, I was kind of just wondering, like, did I even have a cavity? Like, I don't know. And since you're not the expert, you didn't really attend dentist school for 5 years. They could kind of just blind you and lead you in the wrong direction if they really want you to. They could see a piece of Oreo in your teeth and be like, oh my god, you have a cavity. That's why when you go to the dentist, you gotta pick your dentist wisely. And a lot of
Yeah, well, the thing with dentists is that, like, at the end of the day, there are people who, you know, they just want your teeth to be perfect. So, you know, you could have like a little problem that's not, you know, terrible. That's not like the end of the world, but they're still gonna want to fix it for you. You know, I don't know, they might exaggerate the problem, but at the end of the day, that's what they're there for. They're there for your teeth to be optimal, right? I mean, I got a root canal done, and they told me I needed a crown, and a crown is very, like, the root canal is like $1,000 almost, which is ridiculous, a ridiculous price. And then the crown itself is another $1,000, which is ridiculous, right? It's just insane. That's an insane price. I don't know who's making these prices. I don't know, like, but I think there's something shady going on there, bro. Like someone might come start making policies and regulations to take down the prices of dentists, bro, because it's crazy. I mean, if you see all the equipment in that room right there, I guess it's serious, but like, bro, $1,000 for a root canal and a crown, bro. The whole process takes like 2 hours. $1,000, you're getting $500 the hour, man. That's crazy. But you know, I didn't get the crown, right? And my tooth is perfect. So it's like, well, my tooth is good now. You know, it's not perfect, but it's good now. And the thing with like cavities is that your cavities, like, they could regenerate. You know, your teeth, they regenerate. Your teeth heal themselves. You know, if you just do, if you just have good oral hygiene habits, the cavity will fix itself. You know, whatever's your gums, they will fix themselves. Just floss, mouthwash, and brush your teeth. I do all three every day, twice a day. I floss first to remove the gunk, you feel me, from in between my teeth, and then I mouthwash to get the medicine in there, you know, to remove to wash away the gunk that I just flossed out, and then I brush my teeth as a finisher. Okay, and brushing your teeth, that should be the last thing you do, because it adds a protective coating onto your teeth, and it removes the dead gum cells in a way.
Things that are dental or just medical related in general are really expensive. Like, I literally forked over 10 bands to get fucking braces. And of course, there was even more additional costs because the braces kept breaking and all this other shit. It was like every other week I would have a loose bracket and my mom was calling the dentist for me to come in. But my brother the duck got the short end of the stick. Bro had to get a palate expander. And that probably cost another light 2 bands, you know. Like, dentists are acting like I'm fucking Scrooge McDuck rolling in money. But in reality, they're about to leave me with no funds. And that shit is straight ass, bro. You gotta twist it until it slowly expands your jaw every day. College textbooks or any course material. When I was in college, I literally had to pay for shitty ass textbooks every semester. And for every class total, it cost me almost $500. On top of the fat ass semester cost, which is pretty much like a down payment on a house. We should probably talk about that too. Jesus Christ. Half the time, I never even used the goddamn textbook. Like, it just ended up being a piece of furniture in my dorm room. I remember in my freshman year, I bought every single textbook just for me to use 2 of them. At the end of the year, the amount of dust on them was crazy. It was.
That's how you get the PDFs, man. You get the free PDFs. You go on, man, I hope the FBI ain't watching this, but you go on the piratebay.org. I'm just gonna say it once. And you download the free PDF. But you gotta, I mean, if you're going to class and like you need the textbook for class, you need to go to the first couple classes before you get the textbook. The teacher needs to tell you if you need the textbook or not, because they don't all use the textbooks. So, but definitely, you know, that's a rookie mistake. Everyone makes that mistake their freshman year, you know, sophomore year. But you know, just you gotta learn from your mistakes, man. Just get the free PDF.
It was like I had to take a vacuum to that thing. And I was pissed off to find out that a lot of these textbooks, there were PDFs of them online. So of course, the next semester, I did not buy any textbooks because I was already paying enough to go to college. Some people graduate, get a degree, and they still have a hard time finding a job. So you have to really play your cards right with what major you select and shit. And sadly, some people end up back in square one. Plus, now they're $100K in debt that builds up in interest every year and slowly just drains and...
He says he makes a really good point. You have to play your cards right. You really have to play your cards right. You have to know what you're doing. Like, you have to envision the future while you're in school. Like, you got to understand what your next step is. If you're in school just to be in school because someone told you to do this major, someone told you to get a degree or whatever, like, you're going to hit a wall. You're going to hit a wall when you finish. You're not going to know what to do after that. Because the school and like your education, your degree, it's just a download. It's a download of information. Okay, it's not like a free hall pass to get money. It's not a free hall pass for money. It's an information download. It tells certain employers, certain people what you know, because you do know the stuff that you learned. Now they're asking themselves, are you going to be useful to them? So you have to know where you want to go. You have to know what you want to do with what you're studying.
Sucks your bank account dry. Okay, my fault. That was crazy. You know what else sucks away your bank account? Carnival games. How are these even allowed? Like, they're rigged as hell. Like, you look at this basketball hoop right here, and you look at it and say, damn, this is easy. I'm Curry in the paint. I'm splashing those all day. But you end up bricking like Shaq in the paint. You miss every single one. And half the time, the basketball probably doesn't even fit in the hoop. My mom would take me to like these town fairs all the time when I was a kid. And I was like, damn, maybe I just suck ass at these games. But in reality, they were taking my hard-earned allowance money from mowing the lawn. That is the lowest of low right there. I just wanted my Pikachu stuffed animal, and they didn't want to see me win. And speaking of stuffed animals, yeah, I think we can all say fuck claw machines. I spend more money on claw machines than I did on Fortnite skins when I was 14. It's really crazy how much motion these people running the claw machines really had. And sometimes they don't even work. The machines suck balls, so you don't even get what you paid for. The amount of times I've ran into an arcade machine or any game machine.
It's like, we need to realize that these things are assets to the people who are running them. More money is supposed to go into the machine than come out. And the money that's coming out is the stuffed animals, right? So more money has to go in. Therefore, more people are going to lose than win. Just like gambling, just like everything else. You know, with these little money makers.
That's been faulty is insane. And you know what else is faulty? Half the goddamn products on Temu. There's a reason why it's a big meme to call things on Temu a knockoff or a ripoff. For example, there's a Jordan shoe where the logo's doing zigzags instead of going for the dunk. Have I ever bought anything on Temu? No. But have I seen shit that's just boof quality? Yes, absolutely. If you buy something that doesn't need to be like polished in the production, like it could be okay quality. My friend bought a poster off Temu and it was alright. But if you buy something like a PC monitor off Temu, oh yeah, let me save a couple bucks. You're done for. That PC monitor's getting fried. And a lot of...
I've never bought anything on Temu, but, you know, I've like bought stuff on AliExpress before. But the reason I've never bought anything on Temu is because it looks way too good to be true. Like you're giving all these things out for free. Really? And I'm really supposed to believe that it's supposed to be the best quality. Come on, bro.
Tactics the app uses is just extremely weird to me. What Temu will do is just push a wheel in your face with a bunch of free items on it. And a lot of the times when you spin, obviously, it's just gonna rig it so you can't win the free items. But the first time you're on the app, the wheel is rigged so you win the free items. And then that leads you to play even more games that are even more rigged that lead you to not winning the free items. But it will make people think, oh my god, I was so close. So they'll want to keep using the app in the hopes of winning free stuff. There's been a lot of security issues going around with Temu, so I'm not taking any chances. Next up, we got any form of fee. Like, what the hell is the point of charging a fee? Whenever I get an Airbnb and go on vacation, I'm always up to my ass in fees. Cleaning fee, service fee, existing fee, Chicago fee. Like, this meme was not lying. There are so many goddamn fees out there. It's ridiculous. I'm not trying to pay an arm and a leg just to get some mid-ass fast food to my door. And then I have to pay the service fee without even knowing how good the service is. Are you kidding me? Like, my Chipotle burrito could be half gone by time it's here, yet I still have to pay a $20 service fee. At this point, I'm getting on a Lime scooter and I'm doing it myself. They're always taxing like crazy. And today I lost $100 because my bank doesn't know how to take money out of other accounts, apparently.
Okay, I was actually gonna say that fees aren't that bad because fees are just another way of paying for the service until he talked about the banks. The banks are the true scammers here because they'll just take your money for no reason. They'll just take your money out of nowhere. And then when you ask them why they did it, they have the exact explanation as to why they did it. Yet somehow you never even knew that was going to happen. Insane. So I got charged on $100 overdraft fee. Like, I'm seriously about to go broke with the amount of fees that are out there. Number 6. They'll never tell you that you have an overdraft fee and then take your money when you already have no money. Think about that for a second. You will get into the negatives and they're going to charge you a fee for that. How does that, bro? That is crazy, bro. We got any form of TikTok scam. A lot of people on TikTok just money spread on camera and they're like, peep the methods on how I got this motion. Link in bio. And of course, it brings you to a course that you have to pay for. And when you pay for said course, you get no methods on how to make money. The money they're making off you is the money that they're flexing in these videos. And the cycle just continues. But there's also a bunch of people that I've seen like on TikTok promoting a Cash App survey that you will just instantly get $500 for. If it's too good to be true that it's not happening, there will be no... When it comes to like courses and methods and things like that, I mean, I don't know anyone that's ever made money off a course. You know, I don't know anyone that's ever like made money off a method, off buying a method. You know, if your friend shows you something, if your friend teaches you something, if people that you trust give you a course, then that's like more reliable, you know, like you're getting the information download and then you use that information for your own advantage. But why is it that like buying someone else's course online is not like doesn't help? I don't know. I've never bought a course. I don't think I've ever bought a method either. But it seems like you have to know why you're doing it. Like I know someone that gave his barber $100 to teach him how to cut his own hair, right? And then he never went to the barber after that again. He just cut his own hair. So he paid $100 for a course to cut his own hair. So that's very useful, you know what I mean? Like he learned a lot and saved a lot of money in the future with that course. So it's a very nuanced area, man. The course and this is a very nuanced area.
$500 appearing in your wallet.
Mind you, some people are making millions. This is actually one of the newest methods for like riches. You know, someone like Ashton Hall, he sells coaching. He sells a coaching service, right? So he teaches people how to get their life together and things like that, how to build a brand, things like that. And he's making millions. So I can't super deny the method, you know, because people are making money off that, man. But you know, when people make a lot of money like that, a lot of times it's a scam. So how do we really judge which one it is?
If anything, the creator probably gets $500 for promoting this shit. Next up, we got fake YouTube ads. Now, there's a lot of ads going around that claim to be Mr. Beast Jimmy Donaldson himself in the flesh. And if you click on the ad, you have a chance of winning a Lamborghini. Of course, it has you put in all your credit card information. So that shit's not happening. Even Mr. Beast himself called out this shit. That's how bad it's getting. Or sometimes I see ads that say, want free Robux? Click here. Like they're clearly targeting Lil Timmy on the iPad with his mom's credit card. And after you fill out all your information, they have you download a bunch of apps and fill out a bunch of surveys. It's literally just a big waste of time. That's all it is. Mr. Beast, bro, you lied to me. I can't believe you. Nah, I'm just trolling. But anyways, a lot of YouTube ads are really scammy. I guess YouTube ads have no filter. Any old person can just buy one. It's like they don't even review.
Like, most ads are scammy. I don't know when I don't ever use ads. Mind you, I don't ever use ads, and this is the main business model of the internet. Advertisement is the main business model of the internet. This is why the internet is free, because of advertisements. Okay, and I never use ads. I feel like using advertisements for shopping, like to shop, it's like an old person thing now. It's like an old person thing, bro. Like they were the ones that they needed to like watch TV and see the ads to like see something that was like useful to them. But now we don't need ads because we could just think of something that's useful to us, think of something that we want, search it up, and we're gonna find it. We didn't need the ad to find it. You know what I mean? But I think I'm just thinking way too far in the future, man.
This has been a problem for like a long ass time now. And remember how I talked about the Clash Royale gem scam at the beginning? There used to be ads like this for Clash Royale when I was growing up. I think I was in like 6th grade and I still fell for it. And I was really wondering why I was getting spam texts, spam calls, and emails. Like, what the fuck? Why do you think? And next on the list, we got OnlyFans. Of course, this was gonna be on here. Like, I don't know who the fuck is buying this shit. People are blowing like hundreds of thousands of dollars on this app every year. And for all these people know, it could just be some random Joe Schmo behind the line. This dude could have got every picture on Google, and these people wouldn't have even known. There's Snapchat bots out there that are like trying to promote people's OnlyFans. Like if they're trying to sell you something, like it's most obviously a bot. You're not talking to a real human being. And a lot of the times the dudes that buy this stuff think the girls are really into them because they have all this money. But in reality, bro, they're just trying to get you to spend more. Ever since quarantine, like it's been getting really bad. People are signing contracts on their 18th birthday, just sign their soul away, just join in OnlyFans.
Yeah, OnlyFans was actually something before. What OnlyFans had always been here, but it used to be something that was like for creators to like give access to their most loyal fans, like to give them like exclusive content or like, you know, to better content than everybody else. DDG, he made an OnlyFans to show his users to like give a course to his users on how to blow up on the internet. It was really like after COVID that like OnlyFans pretty much became a corn site. But I mean, you know, a lot of these girls are making a lot of money, and that just tells us that I think that shows a broader picture of where we stand in humanity, because there's a lot of rich people out there. There's probably a lot of rich people out there, and a lot of those rich guys can't get no play, right? You'll think of like some tech guy that like makes $100,000-$200,000 a year. He gonna be spending on that OnlyFans model because he has nowhere else to put his money. You know what I mean? If he doesn't have a family, it's just him. He might even not even have a house. He just has an apartment. So like he has like 70% of his money to just spend. And these are the type of people who's giving their money to all these OnlyFans girls. So don't worry about these people. Like, don't worry about these OnlyFans models, man. They're making a lot of money, but is it good? Is it bad? It's subjective, because if you're helping the guy, if you're helping the guy that's lonely, you're making him happier, then it's a good thing at the end of the day. The amount of money that you make is almost directly correlated to the amount of people that you help, unfortunately.
Not even a second thought about it. Next on the list, we got those fortune tellers. Now, a lot of these people go to fortune tellers to find out what life holds for them and what is going to happen in their life. But
okay, I could talk about fortune tellers. Fortune tellers, are they a scam? Maybe. But the way I see fortune tellers is what they're doing is they're manifesting. They're manifesting onto you the life that you want. They're manifesting onto you. They're telling it's kind of like fake it till you make it, right? This is like the law of manifestation. Like what they're saying is like, oh, I see a bright future in you. You're gonna have riches. You're gonna do this. You're gonna do that, and that makes you believe that it's true. It's like, oh, she's predicting my future. That makes you believe that it's true, and in turn, that makes you shape your reality for that to be true. So, you could say fortune tellers are a scam, but it's a beautiful scam if you really think about it. I don't know how much they charge though.
But they tell them like the most mundane shit. They're like, oh, you're gonna find true love very soon. Well, that's not specific enough, bro. I came here for a straight answer. A lot of states restrict fortune telling, and good, because it should be restricted. Tarot cards should not determine my future, bro. How would a piece of cardboard and a crystal ball determine my future? I just gotta lock in. That's what determines my future. Because if I was a bum lying down doing nothing, this video would not get done, which results in no food on the table. Like it feels.
See, I would say that is the problem with the fortune tellers is that it might make you believe that you're not gonna have to work to get what you want, right? Because at the end of the day, action is the bridge between thought and reality. Okay, you have to take action if you want your thoughts to become a reality. So if the fortune teller just tells you, oh, you're gonna find true love or something like he said, then maybe you just think the true love is going to fall into your lap. But finding true love requires effort at the end of the day. Making money requires effort. Anything in life that's worth it requires effort, requires you to spend energy onto the thing. Because when you put energy into something, you have to put energy into something that's going to happen.
It's like you're getting your future told by those fucking paper things that we used in 5th grade. And people would just say, pick a color. And that was it. That was your future right there. You're going to be a billionaire if you picked green. I don't know. If you're somebody that believes in all this shit, I guess do it at your own risk. Me personally, I think this shit is a scam. And number 10, probably the worst scam on this. Okay, I'm not hyping it up. It's not that bad. And number 10, we have tipping. Now, I tip, obviously, because people aren't getting paid enough. And it's not really the workers' fault at all. These restaurants or corporations that they work for don't pay them enough. So we gotta take money out of our own pocket so they can make just over minimum wage. Like, that's crazy. For those of you that live in a different country, I'm in the United States and tipping is like mandatory here. So if you don't tip, you're an ass. They might as well spit in your food. And when I was 10, I didn't realize why the pizza guy wanted to rip my fucking head to shreds when I gave him $20. So of course, as an adult, now it makes sense. And of course, when you get put in a situation where
tipping is, this is my psychology behind tipping. I used to work a delivery job at a restaurant, so I used to deliver food. And this is my psychology behind tipping. Say you're just a cashier or something, and you don't really have to get tipped, right? If you're a cashier, because your job is like set in stone. You know exactly what you have to do. It's consistent. There's nothing unpredictable that will happen with your job. You just take someone's money and you give them whatever product. You're just in front of the computer making transactions. But like if you're a server, if you're a delivery driver, if you're one of these people, like your job has like a lot of unpredictable things that can happen and requires a lot of creativity. You know what I mean? If you're a server, you're dealing with like a bunch of different people that might ask for different things, that might, you run around here, run around there, and you're the intermediate between the kitchen and the client. So if the kitchen messes up, you're going to take the fall for it and things like that, right? So, if you're a delivery driver, you might encounter like something on the road. There might be an accident, like you might get a lot of red lights. You might have like, the delivery driver is coming to your house, but you don't know that like he probably had to do like 7-10 other people right before you. There could be some problem at the kitchen where like an oven doesn't work. So it's like, the phone doesn't work. Maybe another driver got caught in traffic or something. So you have to take all his orders. So that's what tipping is. You're thanking them for the unpredictability of their job and still giving you a good service, still bringing your food quickly, still bringing your food on time, and you're tipping them because they did something that you didn't want to do. You didn't want to go to the restaurant to get your food. You didn't want to stay at home and cook your own food. So you're tipping the people that are doing it for you.
Cashier flips the iPad over and says, it's just going to ask you a few questions. Now you feel awkward when you don't leave a tip. Or sometimes on their website, they have a tipping option when there was no service provided. Like, this is so dumb. Just like the dumbest laws ever created. I documented a bunch of them in this video right here.
That's it for the video. Thank you for watching. If you liked the video, give me a thumbs up. Let me know your thoughts on the comments down below. What do you think are the biggest scams on that should be illegal? I feel like you guys have some really good opinions, some really good thoughts on that. So let me know in the comments down below. I'll catch you guys in the next one.